What's up? Welcome back to Iron Tiger Tattoos. We're over here finishing off a sleeve that I started last week. If you tuned in, if you haven't viewed that episode, make sure you go back and watch it. And thanks for tuning in this time. It's going to be really fun. Let's go ahead and get started. I think I still have everything ready from last time. So. Yeah, this color held up really nice, huh?
Yeah, it did. And I freaking scraped that right off. Like,
where's the spot you were talking about?
right there, that leaf.
Oh, okay.
So there's a little bit of green.
We just didn't saturate that much back.
Yeah, it's not a big deal for you
It was
to
a
get that
tan,
too.
you know?
Yeah.
I was trying to get the shape in there more than anything.
Yeah, and it was bleeding pretty good right there too, if I remember right.
But it'd be easy to flood a little color in there, but
yeah.
we'll focus on this stuff today.
Yeah.
Cool, let me make this real quick.
That ink that's in that, it didn't come off for days.
Days.
Like I scrubbed it, took some alcohol to it, and then it was like
It's just stained because it's
yeah,
on there
3
so
days
long.
to shower, man. Well, I didn't shower when I got home, so I'm like, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow.
Cool, looks good to me. Check it out in here.
Oh,
This is the final session on Kurt's outer sleeve. If you haven't watched the previous episode, make sure you go back and catch up on our first session. I should have wrote down what inks I used. Sorry, their new line is black, so we'll see if it's blacker, I guess, maybe. But that's pretty black right there.
That's pretty black.
Can't get blacker than that, right? I have another concentrated one in lining up. And like, how's it any different, you know?
Right?
Yeah, these bottles they have now are jank, though.
Oh, they're no squirters, huh?
Well, they are, but right, like, I didn't want to right now with the little cap like thing that's stuck right here. And normally it's supposed to be sealed to the top of that, but they're always like falling off and getting stuck right here. I'm a living nightmare. So I'm basically just picking up where I left off last time we seen each other a couple weeks ago. And with this project, I had planned the whole thing up front, knowing that it would take 2 or 3 long sessions. And there was a small cover-up in the middle of the arm that was fairly easy as far as cover-ups go. I do a lot of cover-ups, and when they're super light and like this and you're doing a large tattoo, they tend to blend right into the new tattoo as long as there's enough going on in the design to distract the eye. I always work my tattoos from bottom to top. It might seem kind of odd to the average person that maybe draws on paper or something, but it really helps the tattoo artist to retain a solid stencil throughout the tattoo as you wipe down and out, and just keeps everything nice and neat as you go, so you're not losing parts of the stencil and confused about what things are supposed to look like. I use a lot of unorthodox methods when I do most of the tattoos that I do. It's not a rigid process, it's very free and painterly in the application. I'm blending inks in the reservoir of the needle cartridge. I'm also blending by layering those colors directly into the skin together to mix them in the skin. I'm using needles made for shading to complete almost all of the tattoo, and there's very little lines that are used for small details. Rather than using the lines to create the structure or the shapes, it's all kind of built by contrast and composition. I wanted to use a different palette for this one. I normally use a lot of bright teals and pinks, but we went with blacks, greens, yellows, and kind of true blues mostly, which was a small change up, but it made all the more interesting time for me. I always have the goal of giving everyone something special that stands out and makes their life better in every way a tattoo can.
try to make works of art because that's what I would want. And I'm at a place in my career and life where I don't even want to settle for anything less than maximum potential. I just want to deliver for my clients every single time. I've refined my booking system a lot over the years for the same purpose, because I just want to give the best experience my clients have ever had, and the only way to guarantee that is to focus on less projects, to narrow my lane. I stopped being far and wide and started taking the deep and narrow path. I expanded my skill sets and my vision so that my signature is imprinted in the tattoo through the style, which was created through passion and persistence. I believe the tattoos have an energy attached to them. It could be good or it could be bad. These squares, circles, triangles, etc. are all symbols that have existed since the beginning of time and space, before man. They carry a metaphysical power within them. Whether you're aware of it or not, your tattoos are either empowering you or drawing power from you. What you get tattooed could change your whole trajectory. And that's why I love doing cover-ups so much. They can be life-changing for people. It's never too late to save yourself from the negativity attached to a poorly done, aging, or not thought-out tattoo. My client Kurt here wanted this tattoo to represent life and death. The beginning and the end represented together as a reminder that the two are intrinsically aligned. Both deserve our reverence. What better way to show your respect and appreciation to the universe than to adorn yourself with her most beautiful and unique creations? This life that we're all blessed with is something special, and we all face the same human condition, and we're so similar in more ways than we are different. If you could just gain the strength of the dedication and immense discipline of being a tattoo collector, you'll find that you're capable of more than you imagined. You'll become more resilient to life's discomforts and pains. You'll have gained a new respect for patience, and you'll learn things about your will, your heart, that you never knew you had in you. The payoff in the end will be a badge of honor you wear for life. And that's why when somebody casually asks how much a sleeve costs, I always think to say to them, a sleeve is priceless. The value is what you make it. What you pay for a tattoo is the part you will remember least, and I promise you that. So choose your artist based on a few things: style, vibe, and booking. Most of us won't accept tattoos that don't fit our style and vision, so start with finding an artist with a consistent style that you love. Meet them in person, feel out the vibe, listen to their pitch on the process, and decide for yourself if you're a good fit before making the decision. Then the last deciding factor should be booking. Frankly, you might not like the way the artists like myself do booking. I book out a few months and have an online portal I direct everyone to book through. I look at it like a funnel where I send every request. It's a basic form that clients fill out. My wife/assistant is able to look through them, and based on my parameters and standards, she books consultations for me. From that point, I meet in person with my client and have a consultation. This is especially necessary for a cover-up. I'm gonna have to see the old tattoo and how dark it is, and if there's any scar tissue, and be able to take pictures of it so that I can use the pictures to draw directly over for the cover-up. If it's not a cover-up, sometimes it's still really good to meet in person. I try to do it for every client anyways, no matter what, just because I think it's better to feel each other out this way and to communicate. I always communicate best in person, and I'm able to answer all your questions at once instead of going back and forth with a million text messages. It's just way more efficient this way. And if you're from far away, I know it's a little bit inconvenient to drive out here to talk to me face to face, but usually it's like a 3-month plus wait now for getting a tattoo anyways, so I feel like it's reasonable to come out here in the meantime and do a consultation just to lock it in and make sure that we're really serious and we're on the same page and that we both agree on the art and the idea and the process. Otherwise, there might be some confusions and some miscommunications. So I like to keep it this way as much as possible. And my clients seem to appreciate it, actually, because it's a one-on-one thing, and they have a person that they know they can trust because they understand everything that's going to be involved with the whole process. It's not a mystery. There's no mysteries here. right, that's the end. So if you want to support me anymore, please check out my website, pigmentpop.com. That's going to be where you're going to find my aftercare that me and my wife make.
Yeah, yeah, so shiny. Yeah, I've been putting that pigment pop on there like once a day. I usually do it in the morning.
That's good, man.
Because I want it to be bright, you know.
Really, yeah, it makes it stand out again. Right?
Yeah.
It went really efficiently, right?
Yeah, it did. Way faster than the bottom.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
It's just like that sometimes.
yeah.
I'm going to be adding some merchandise to that website soon too, so it's going to be a little bit expanded pretty soon to include more things for you to support the Iron Tiger brand. And if you want to book with me, make sure you check out my website at www.irontigerbooking.com, and we're going to just have like a form on there that you could fill out like I was talking about, and if your idea is a good fit, then we'll set up that consultation. Please support my producer as well by visiting his website at geobartlettproductions.com. And if you need a photographer or videographer for any events, make sure you keep them in mind.
That's kind of your reveal now.
Right?
What do you
that's
think?
way badass.
How you imagined it? Are you
Yeah.
awesome?
That's really sick.
Cool, dude. The old stuff healed up really good though, so it's cool.
Yeah.
Look forward to seeing how it all settles in together and like looks in the end when it all is healed.
Mm-hmm.
I want this thing looking top notch walking around, you know?
Right?
See you next time on Iron Tiger Experience. Brought to you by pigmentpop.com.